Have you ever wondered why some people wake up looking leaner, feeling refreshed and bursting with energy, even though they didn't work out the night before, didn't starve themselves and didn't take any supplements? What if I told you that there's a simple nighttime habit you can start tonight that could dramatically improve your sleep and increase the amount of fat your body burns while you sleep? Yes, while you sleep. It sounds unbelievable, but the truth is your body already burns fat at night. And the real difference between people who see results and those who don't comes down to what they do in the last hour before bed. Before we dive in, let's set the stage by answering the questions you probably asked yourself when you saw the thumbnail. First, is it really possible to burn fat while you sleep? Absolutely. Your body uses nighttime hours for recovery, hormone balancing, and cellular repair. Fat oxidation is part of that process. Second, what nighttime habit actually changes your metabolism? Surprisingly, it has nothing to do with supplements or intense routines. It's something far simpler. And third, can one nighttime routine really improve your metabolism and your sleep at the same time? Yes, and once you understand the mechanism behind it, you'll realize why so many people unintentionally sabotage their own progress every night without knowing it. Now before I reveal these nighttime habits, let me exceed your expectations right up front. I spent weeks researching studies, testing routines, monitoring changes using sleep trackers and body data, and refining these down to the simplest, most effective methods. I'm not giving you complicated rituals or unrealistic bedtime checklists. I'm giving you 3 science-backed nighttime habits that anyone can do, starting tonight, no matter your schedule, age, or fitness level. Let's begin with the method that surprised me the most, something called the thermal drop method. You might not know this, but the temperature of your body before bed controls how well you sleep and how much fat you burn during the night. And here's the shocking part. Most people accidentally prevent their body from entering the deep restorative sleep phase simply because they don't allow their core body temperature to drop naturally. If you've ever tossed and turned in bed, felt overheated, or woken up groggy and puffy, this might be exactly why. I discovered this after going through a period where I was waking up exhausted every single morning. I felt heavy, sluggish, and mentally foggy. I worked out regularly, I ate well, but something just wasn't clicking. Then I came across research explaining that humans don't fall asleep because we're tired. We fall asleep because our core body temperature drops. That drop triggers your body to enter slow-wave sleep, which is the deepest and most restorative stage, and the stage where the majority of overnight fat burning happens. But here's what shocked me. Almost everything we do before bed disrupts this natural temperature drop. Late-night screen use, eating hot meals, hot showers taken at the wrong time, thick sleepwear, and even warm bedrooms can prevent your body from cooling down properly. So I decided to run a little experiment. I spent 1 week intentionally lowering my core body temperature before bed. I didn't change my diet, my workouts, or my schedule. I just changed one habit, and the results blew me away. I fell asleep faster. I woke up without that groggy heaviness, and my sleep tracker showed I was getting significantly more deep sleep. Not only that, but I lost almost a pound of fat that week without trying. It was then that I realized fat loss doesn't happen during workouts. It happens during recovery. And if your body doesn't recover well, it won't burn fat efficiently, no matter how hard you train. The thermal drop method is incredibly simple. About 90 minutes before bed, take a warm shower. Not hot, just warm enough to relax your muscles. This causes blood flow to move toward your skin and away from your core. Then when you step into a cool bedroom afterward, ideally around 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius, your core temperature drops quickly, signaling your body that it's time to transition into deep sleep. Wearing light clothing, using a breathable blanket, and keeping your feet slightly cool amplify the effect. This one shift improves sleep onset, boosts deep sleep, reduces stress hormones, and enhances fat burning during the night, all without changing anything else. Now let's move to the second habit, something I call the cortisol cooldown routine. This one is a game changer because it addresses something almost nobody realizes affects nighttime fat loss: evening cortisol spikes. Cortisol isn't the enemy, you need it to function. but it's supposed to be high in the morning and low at night. Today, most people have that rhythm reversed. Modern life keeps our brains stimulated late into the evening. Blue light from screens, intense TV shows, doom scrolling, stressful conversations, work emails, even late-night workouts. All of these keep cortisol elevated long after sunset, and when your cortisol stays high at night, your body refuses to enter the deep restorative sleep that burns fat efficiently. Instead, it stays in alert mode, holding on to fat and preparing for stress. I didn't realize just how bad evening cortisol spikes were until I ran another experiment using a sleep tracker and a glucose monitor. One night, I watched emotional videos and scrolled endlessly on my phone before bed. The data the next morning shocked me. My heart rate was elevated all night. My blood sugar spiked and then crashed. My deep sleep was cut in half, and my body burned dramatically less fat. It was like I spent the entire night in stress mode. So the next night, I tried something different. Instead of overstimulating my brain, I did a simple cooldown routine. It took less than 10 minutes, and the results were unbelievable. My resting heart rate dropped, my deep sleep doubled, my glucose stayed stable, and I woke up feeling like someone had reset my entire system. The cortisol cooldown works because it gives your nervous system clear signals that the day is over. All you do is sit somewhere dim and quiet, away from screens, and slow your breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for relaxation. Then spend just 30 seconds asking yourself one question. Is this thought useful right now? Any thought that isn't useful gets mentally dropped. Your brain responds incredibly well to symbolic cues like this. Finally, do a few slow stretches or gentle movements to release muscle tension. This combination tells your body that it's safe to shut down, lowering cortisol and preparing the body for deeper sleep. When cortisol falls at night, your metabolism improves, your hunger hormones reset, inflammation decreases, and your body burns more fat without effort. Now for the third habit, the metabolic reset drink. This one honestly surprised me because it's not a supplement, powder, or some trendy detox. It's actually a simple drink that thousands of people swear by, since it smooths out nighttime blood sugar levels, reduces inflammation, calms the nervous system, and improves hydration. All of which, play a massive role in overnight fat burning. I kept seeing people online talk about this drink, and at first I just brushed it off. But then I noticed sleep experts, nutritionists, and even folks wearing glucose monitors sharing some pretty dramatic results, so I figured I had to test it myself. The first night I tried it, I slept a little deeper but didn't think much of it. The second night, I woke up more refreshed than usual. By the third night, my stomach felt flatter when I woke up, and my digestion felt smoother. After a week, I noticed my heart rate was lower at night. My deep sleep had increased significantly, and the glucose monitor showed that my blood sugar stayed stable throughout the night, which is incredibly rare since most people experience hidden nighttime spikes they never notice. The drink is incredibly simple. Warm water, a squeeze of lemon, and a small pinch of Himalayan salt. Drink it about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. The lemon helps balance blood sugar, the warm water relaxes your digestive tract, and the salt replenishes electrolytes that stabilize cortisol. This blend triggers your parasympathetic nervous system, reduces inflammation, and helps your body switch into a fat-burning recovery mode. Most people don't realize this, but when your blood sugar stays stable overnight, your body burns significantly more fat and wakes up feeling leaner and more refreshed. When you combine these 3 nighttime habits, the thermal drop method, the cortisol cooldown routine, and the metabolic reset drink, your body finally gets the conditions it needs to burn fat, repair tissue, balance hormones, and restore energy at the highest level possible. Most people focus on workouts, diets, supplements, and morning routines, but almost nobody pays attention to nighttime metabolism. And that's the hidden key most people miss. If you found this helpful, make sure to stay consistent with these nighttime habits and pay attention to how your body responds over the next few days. You'll be surprised how quickly your sleep, energy, and fat loss begin to change. Stay committed. Your results are already on the way.